hey, it says I'm live. What's up, y'all? It's Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander here. And today we're going to talk about secrets of a superstar. That's right. Let me make sure we're on all the platforms and everywhere you know we need to be. That funny one right there. Okay, so now we got Instagram Live. I'm in the studio here, y'all. Another setup. So I'm getting ready to get this thing popped off. I'm going to try to get it really quick today. I'm getting better at it. Let me turn on the treadmill. You know how we do. Oh. It's already on. Isn't it amazing? Already on. Hey guys. That's right. Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander here. It's another session with oh man, I forgot. Okay, so Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander, that's me, yes, but some people call me the treadmill wealth coach, or some people say the treadmill money coach, or some people call me Daddy CEO, all that type of good stuff. But either way, I need to get this thing kicked off on the treadmill because that's what I do, right? And some of y'all know the story there. Let's warm up a little bit here, get this thing started. Let me check the other places just to make sure we're everywhere we need to be, because that's how we do. So, guys, winners all around. That's what we're here live. This thing running at the top. Yes, it's running at the top. So you can look at the top and you can see that right there. So right now I got to make sure we're on all the platforms that we're supposed to be. So it look like we're on the Facebook's good. Should be on YouTube. I do gotta take it and share the information to Threads to make sure we're all good to go on there. Actually, I'm going to take it from YouTube, a YouTube channel, because we're on multiple different YouTube channels, multiple different Facebooks, multiple different Instagrams, all that type of good stuff. So that's the great thing. If you want to work with us and make things some pop off, we want to make sure that you are all over the world, all over the globe, on multiple different places, all at the same time. So let me take my thing from Facebook here. Well, not Facebook. I'm gonna take it from. I'm gonna take it from here. Let me see. Share. There it goes. Got to share the link. Copy the link, and I'm gonna send that over to Threads. Because Threads, we don't have a key over there. They don't have quite the live thing going on quite there yet. But it'll probably come along in due time. So we'll just make sure we go share it right there. Secrets of a Superstar right there from the Postbook YouTube link. And then we're already on Instagram. We're already on, oh, yes. I'll go to TikTok in a minute, but make sure those are right. That's good. LinkedIn's up and running. Uh, YouTube's up and running. Facebook's up and running. I'm not forgetting anybody. IG's up and running. Threads is up and running. TikTok we're getting ready to go to. All right, so we're in multiple platforms, guys. So again, winners all around. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander, the Treadmill Wealth Coach. And today we're going to talk about making of a superstar. Like, you remember making of the band? Well, secrets of a superstar, making of a superstar. Have you ever wanted to be a superstar? And who am I to talk about that? I'll tell you in a second. But let me go ahead and make sure we pop off correctly on our good friends, the uh, on TikTok. So we got to put that on title on there. We're going to change that from lack of communication skills. That was one of our last sessions. Today is secrets of a superstar. Now, maybe you don't want to be a superstar, but if you do, we're going to help you get there. Okay, so now, you see countdown on the TikTok of 3, 2, 1. Voila! What's up, TikTok? All right, so yes, I really is Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander here. I am back on the treadmill. So now I got it running up and running. TikTok's up and running. All the other platforms are running. That's what we do here, guys. We'll put you on multiple different platforms all at the same time. And so we want to help. Don't forget, we will give you free interviews, right? Get those things ticked off. So again, let's get into it, guys. We're going to talk about sort of making of a superstar. Do you want to be a superstar? What's a superstar? I don't know, a couple different things. Just to give you a little background on myself, so I'm not just coming out here at the cuff. Who am I to speak to you about becoming a superstar? Doc, are you a superstar? Well, I am a superstar. I got 3 boys who know that daddy is a superstar. And speaking of that, don't forget, Friday, 6 o'clock, we got the other show, Dads Deserve Justice. Check that out, dadsdeservejustice.org. That's on Fridays at 6 o'clock. Got to give our plugs. Also, we got a new show coming if you're a music entertainer, stuff like that. Guys, we're going to be reviewing songs, reviewing music, and talking about the music industry that's crashing. We also got Freestyle Fridays with Tress, hip hop extraordinaire, global international global streamer, guys. And we have launched. I like this. I got to give y'all a little plug before we get into the stardom because it actually goes hand in hand. Because I have had some background. I've helped create some superstars. I think I've done pretty good myself in a lot of arenas. Been blessed to do that. But more importantly, help other people to achieve those things as well. So some of you might remember me. If you see this right here, this is one of my publications, Straight from the Street magazine. This was with Onyx on the front, had Busy B, Phyllis Stickney was in the joint, Congressman Norton wrote for me, Northeast Groovers, y'all from DC, you know about them, right? All types of stuff was going on. Q Studios, one of my artists was in Q Studios last week, this week, doing some things. He said, Doc, that's not a magazine. Wait a minute. Here it goes, straight from the streets. It turned into the magazine. Kathy Hughes, Radio One, right? She wasn't Radio One back then. Wasn't TV One, right? Things happen, right? We had Kathy Hughes. We had Black Street Teddy's other group was in the magazine, right? Plus we had Congressman Norton still wrote for us. We had David Dukes, Bone Thugs and Harmony. A lot of good things. Covered the Coast Guard. Coast Guard was in here. All types of stuff, guys, going on. So anyway, that's where I come from, guys. I come from a background in the music entertainment industry. I had a magazine for many, many years. Worked with everybody in all types of different capacities. Managed my sister who played the drums for a go-go band called Pleasure. Went on to do Salt and Pepper. Went on to do the Keenan Ivy Waning Show, Hillary Duff, endorsement deals. Been around the block. My record label, been in multiple decades. Number one Billboard hits, Grammy nomination considerations. Work for people in all different types of capacities. This is not to impress you. To impress upon you, I have a background in one, understanding stardom, two, creating stars, and three, I've done okay myself in those capacities. So that's a little background. So you know who I'm talking to, what I'm talking about. Hey, what's going on? I like to tell my folks over there on Instagram. I'm gonna stop so I can see everybody for a second. I got Devon just joined us, Zay Zay joined us. We got Jaden, thank you, Jaden. Hockey, Bryce, David, American, Jaden again. Hey, is that Luann? All right. I should jump on there and see. Is that her? I can't tell. Oh yeah, that's my girl right there. Let me say invite her on for a second. See if she can get on here for a second. That's a superstar right there. Here we talking about superstars. That's another superstar. Okay. I tried to invite her on as a guest. I don't know, my phone's messing up. But she is awesome when it comes to jewelry, putting things together. She's an influencer, doing big things at that nature. Joanne, I couldn't get you on here for some reason, but we do have to chat because you are a superstar as well. So welcome to us here today. We got Eagles, Jay, we got a whole bunch of folks. So anyway, guys, let's get into our topic. Creating a superstar, being a superstar, the secrets of a superstar, what takes you to be a superstar. Now, first of all, I got to give you a disclaimer on that. You decide what superstar is to you. Where you want to go, how you want to get there, what you consider to be a superstar, okay? But I want to focus on what the world looks at as sort of superstar. I was just watching something, an old video with Kevin Samuels, and the woman was talking about, well, I think I'm, better than average, this and this and that. He said, okay. Let's look at the facts. I don't want to debate. I don't want it to come out of my brain. I don't want to break it down like that. I want to look at facts. So we all know what the world sort of looks at as what you might call a superstar, right? And so let's talk about that a little bit. What's the secret of getting there? Main thing I want to talk about today, and I wanted to lay out very clearly, is that you can't do it by yourself. Okay? That can't happen. It takes a team. The team is more important than you. I was watching the special with Kevin Hart. They gave him the Mark Twain Award. He brought out the Plastic Cup Boys, his crew that's been with him for 17 years, tight knit team, making it happen. You know, guys, you can't do it by yourself. You got to have a support system around you. That's really the focus of what I wanted to get into today because with winners all around, we're working together. We got clients and people that are working with us. We got people say, look, let's go do this thing together. Let's make it happen. Now, here's the thing. We've been on multiple platforms, right? That's why right now we're on multiple different platforms. The numbers won't show up the same on our YouTube channel, which is our main channel. Why? Because we're streaming all over the place. And you know, social media plays for the numbers, plays for the game, all that type of stuff. I am bombarded by people. Look, you don't have enough views. I don't want views. I want money in your pocket. I don't want views. If I had 100 views and I put thousands of dollars in three people's pocket, I'm happy because I'm putting money in business owners and artists' pocket who aren't making any money, right? Helping people, paying it forward. That's why we have a free option. So if you can't afford free, I don't know what to tell you. Now, I'm gonna check on TikTok again. Say, hey, Julian, what's going on? Yes, encourage the viewers. Yes, viewers. Appreciate you. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for the prizes. Please share, like, send this thing out there to the world. Okay, so we can touch everybody and make a big thing happen. But my focus of stardom that I'm talking about today. Thank you again for the gifts. Thank you so much. I'm starting to get into this thing right here, right? As we take this thing to the world, I hear people cheering. I heard somebody told me I was supposed to sing. Honestly, when I thanks guys, but you really don't want me to sing? No, you don't. That's not my thing. But helping you in business, getting you to stardom, I can do some things in that. So the biggest thing is you can't do it by yourself. And this really came up in my heart because I watched so many people try to do it by themselves. Like, we're taking this thing to the world. Now, we got hundreds and thousands of partners. She's an international global streamer. She's been doing this for years. Hundreds of thousands of people coming through, right? I've been building teams of tens and 20 and 30,000 people in business, you know, employees all over the place, all types of different things, right? My son was making money with his cookie business, more money than adults when he was 8 years old. I'm not bragging, guys. I'm saying it's a track record. It's a track record. But here's the thing I want you to know. Nobody did it alone. I didn't do it alone. I got a partner in the music industry, Ski Johnson, global saxophone international superstar, right? He didn't do it alone, right? I work with people you can think of, BBD, uh, uh, oh man, so many people. Phyllis Hyman, right? All types of different folks. Guys, nobody did it by themselves. And I got to give a rest in peace out to Dwayne, a man from Tony, who passed away at a fight with cancer, guys. And so, yeah, that's important also. So I want to give a shout out and rest in peace to him and condolences to his family. That's one of my favorite groups right there, guys. And so, hey, just a moment of prayer for him. Amen. Absolutely on that. And so, guys, here's the thing. You got to find a team. Find some folks to work with. I have a young lady who started working with Siobhan. She just came aboard to work with us. She has a gym. She works out. She does financial planning. Um, Home-based businesses, right? Sells healthy stuff for your house and keep all the stuff together. Guys, that's what I'm talking about, right? Working together with great people going in the same type of direction. That's key factor in creating superstardom. Now, when you see people walking down the red carpet, when you see people going through a lot of different things, nobody did it by themselves. What I want to talk about for a second is the music business, because that's where I started off and doing things for decades. Now, you look at an artist, right? I don't care who you choose. You can do, Drake, right? You can do an actor or a comedian like a Kevin Hart, right? Uh, Kendrick Lamar. You can do somebody who's passed away like a Whitney Houston, somebody who's around like a Janet Jackson, right? You can look at Sexy Red. I don't care what you do. Take those people and guys, There's a team behind them. There's a team. So many people get on the internet, so many people get on social media now, and they say, I'm putting out a song. I got a monologue I'm trying to do. I'm doing a movie. I contacted a buddy of mine. We started off years ago in the industry. He does films. I said, hey, I got some stuff for you. He told me, hey, man, looks like you're doing great. You've always done good. Look, marketing, I got my own brand. Well, whoa, wait, stop. See, there's the thing. Stop. Open up the brain. I came to you to help you with your brand. But see, I understand. People not used to that, right? People about themselves. But if you help people get what they want, you get everything that you want. But that's a team effort, right? And so the bottom line is, when I looked at artists, I said, man, they had record labels and everybody wanted to get a deal, right? We have record deals that we give out. We have something called lifestyle deals that we're giving out, that we're helping people with. Put you in front of people, give you the lifestyle, meet you, introduce you to the politicians, introduce you to the business people, get you in the circles that people got some money, that people got some time on their hands, the people know some people that can get you some contacts. But here's the thing, guys. You're going to take those contacts and you got to make it pop off. Can't do it by yourself. If you take somebody who signed their record deal, they got 100 people or more behind the scenes that's creating what you're looking at them and attaching their success to them. But those people could have never done it without all those people. Never. Guys, that's what it's about. You have people behind the scenes. It might be a limousine driver. It might be your security. It might be the person who puts and writes the press releases, the person who takes the pictures, the person who cleans up the pictures, the person who chooses the pictures, the person who puts the posters up and the pictures out, the person who contacts the media, the person who contacts the radio, the person that takes you to radio, person that takes you to the interviews, takes you to record day when you used to have that, takes you to all those different places. You got the tour manager, you got the dancers, you got your stage crew, you got the people behind the stage crew, you got the people doing the lights, you got the people designing the sets, you got the people calling the people and telling you coming to town, you got the promoters. Guys, it's not just you. Now you get to stand in front of the room and become the superstar. But don't let it go to your head because it never happened because of just you. And if you're putting out music, funny thing to me when it comes to artists these days, man, I got something on Spotify. Man, I got something on Apple Music. Watch this. So what? Does anybody know you there? Does anybody know you're different than somebody else? Do you have people making calls? You got people putting out flyers? You have 100 people doing posts? You got 100 people doing lives? You got radio running? You got TV running? No, you don't. So what does that mean? You got something, it's like taking a pebble, right? Taking a pebble, going on a yacht in the middle of the ocean, and you take this pebble and you go, whoosh. That's the end of the pebble. That's it, right? That was by itself. Now, if you back up a dump truck to the side of the ocean at all different points along the ocean, and you start dumping huge rocks and many hundreds and thousands of millions of pebbles, then you make a big splash. Then you'll make a difference. But one little pebble means nothing. Guys, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people behind the scenes that make superstars. You see the stories, you see the interviews, right? We give people, when they are part of Winners All Around, you can go to the website.com, winnersallaround.com. You can register for free. Cost you nothing. You know what you get at first? You get a mini interview, like a red carpet type interview, right? And you get a coaching session with people who have created stars, who have been stars, who are doing it, who are working on it every single day in the grind to look at what you're trying to do and help you put together another important piece. Gotta have a plan. Put together a plan. put together a concept. Had a meeting today with a young lady. Said, "Man, I really want to do like some online, workout things." But she's smart. But I understand that if I do that and bite that off on top of everything else I'm already doing, I don't know if I'm gonna have the time. I don't know if I have the creativity juices to do that and this and this and this and take care of the kids, take care of the family. Guys, it's a lot. That's why you cannot do it alone. When I was doing my magazine, Straight from the Street, and we now have a new show, a new channel. Well, we have the channel, but we now have called Straight from the Street. It was called Straight Fire Live, you know, but we changed it to Straight from the Street for name recognition. When I was doing that magazine, guys, I had a staff. I had as many as 73 people. 73 people behind the scenes. Now, when I showed up at the printer, most of the time, it was me by myself. The printer wasn't calling 73 people and asking them for a check to pay when they printed it. They called me. But when we had distribution, sometimes it was 1 to 3 of us would get in the trucks and we travel to the distribution points, the drop-offs, and we dropped the publication. But guess what? Then there were many other trucks and trains and planes and people who got together and they went out to put those things out into the world, right? It wasn't just me, right? I see my partner on here, Boo, the real Tresh, join us. Hey, hey, hey there. Guys, it's not just me. She behind the scenes, cutting up stuff, interviewing, working out kinks, figuring out how electronics work, figuring out how to do this, how to do that. We jumped into the podcast world. Just because I was on many podcasts, just because I was on many different interviews, didn't mean I understood what plug went where, what socket went there. Did you have this cord? Did you have that cord? It's a whole different ball game. You start to build a team, but you're going to start by yourself. You will, if it's your idea, or maybe there's 2 of y'all, or maybe there's 3 of y'all. But the thing you got to understand is everything from the paper to the pens to the cameras, if you're into that, to the platforms, everything. I'm on a treadmill. This treadmill wasn't created by one person. This treadmill had pieces that were built by thousands of different people all over the world. And someone put it together and ended up with this treadmill. When you're an entrepreneur and you want to have your name on the billboard, you want to be that superstar. You want to reach that stardom. Now, maybe you don't want to be as big as a Whitney Houston was or Michael Jackson, but you want to be big enough that you can leave a legacy, because the Bible says a good man leaves good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. You know what? You got to get rich. No one said you had to be wealthy. But there's a big difference between rich and wealthy. But if you want an above average, an abundant life, if you want to be able to travel when you want, be with the loved ones you want, you want to be able to look at a menu and read the menu from left to right instead of reading it from right to left, when you're looking at the price first, then you're going to have to do some things different. And you're going to have to do some things different for yourself. You're going to have to find some like-minded people, and you're going to have to pull them into your circles and sell them maybe your dream when they buy. See, your dream has to be so big. Your goals have to be so big that there's room and space in those dreams and in those goals for all the different people that come on the team. They got to be able to achieve their dreams and their goals within your dreams and your goals. So your dreams and your goals, it can't be little. It's got to be big. There's another book, The Magic of Thinking Big, right? The Magic of Thinking Big, about thinking big, right? Guys, when you put your goals down, when you do your dream boards, when you have visions, dreams, and goals. You should set those dreams and those goals based on boom, what you want, what you dream, what you desire. Don't put a cap on it of what you think you can achieve. It needs to be what you want, what you desire, anything. Because everything that we use, from the tennis shoes on my feet, to the chain around my neck, to the clippers to cut my beard, from the thing to trim my hair, right? From the socks I got on, from the underwear, from the sweatsuit. Guys, somebody had an idea. And I'm going to tell you something. 99.99% of everybody around that person said, no, don't do it. It's crazy. It won't work. Stop. Guys, my mother, rest in peace. I was blessed to do pretty good. I had one of those MTV cribs at the time. And my mom came there and she was crying. She said, son, you got to get yourself together. You got family. You got kids. You got to get a job. What? I ain't never had no job. I reached heights that people only dream of with no job. But my mother, she didn't get it. She always had the job. Now, she was an entrepreneur. I realized my father was an entrepreneur. She was an entrepreneur. But they didn't fight it all the way through, right? You got to do today what others won't so you can have tomorrow what others don't. And you got to do it when it makes no sense. When you are tired, you got to get up, and that's when you do it. When you don't want to do it, that's when you do it. When you don't know how to do it, that's when you do it. When you can't afford to do it, that's when you do it. And when you get into that mode and you do it over and over, regardless of everybody else, and sometimes you'll have partners that will come and they will go. My first business, when I stepped outside for the first time ever with a partner, I knew we could take over the world. When we started this publication, matter of fact, one day I'll show you, he's on the back of the first copies. Guys, he was a partner. And I said, man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm a smart enough guy to know I can't do it all by myself. And this guy was a good friend of mine. He was a good DJ. We started a graphic company together. We produced together. We traveled the world together. And he said, we can do this. I said, yeah, we can do it. I did some research. I said, man, we can afford to do a newspaper. And we can help the go-go community. And we can help the music community. You know when our newspaper started? When Kathy Hughes decided to become a legend. When she decided to be big. And one of her number one top DJs, she fired him. And that's what brought about the magazine. But then, years later, she hired him back and gave him a career. But people were mad, and we marched. But guys, here's the thing. She didn't give up. She didn't stop. She sent her son to Wharton so he could get the business sense. And she had to hustle. She even hustled so much one time, she got people on the air, on the radio, who she was talking to start to donate money. And one of her mentors, gotta have mentors, gotta have people that have been there before you, pulled her aside and said, you can't do that, Miss Hughes. That's actually not legal. It sounds legal that people want to help and contribute, but you can't do that on that scope. She was trying to get her first or second radio station. Guys, look, can't do it by yourself. You're going to go through some growing pains and some hardships, but don't stop. Don't quit. Put your foot on the gas and never take it off, regardless what anybody says to you. This is how people become superstars. And if it starts with just you or two or three people, we started, right? We started a record label. It was about four of us. It ended up with three of us. Then it ended up with two of us. Then it was three of us. Then it was two of us. right? Right? Guys, most of the time when you start off with people, a lot of times you won't end up with those people. And my partner, we did big things together. But I knew, I said, look, you got to go talk to certain people that don't look like me. And you can get money out of them. And we can do this, and I'll do what my strengths are, and you add the other part. But he probably just didn't want it as bad as I did. Or maybe he didn't need it as bad as I did. Or he just wanted it to sort of flow and happen. That's not how business works. And so one day I said, look, man, I'm out here talking to these people and getting advertisements from these people that you could probably get 10 and 20 and $30,000 from those people. But they're only giving me 500 and $1,000 because I don't look like them. So if you're not holding up the part of the bargain where you can contribute, what's the point of you being here? And we had a conversation, but he didn't necessarily buy into it like I did. So just to make a long story short, that ended that. And I kept going. It was actually my first ever corporate takeover. Because people often don't want to leave. But it's funny how they don't want to do the work. They don't want to pay the price. They want to reap the rewards at the end of the day. Now, it's not everybody like that. I had a partner one time. We opened up a recording studio. And because I had the space and the contacts, we took off. And this was his dream, his goal. He came to me and said, "Oh, we can do this. I got this money, and I can do this." I said, "I got you. Let's do it." And I jumped in because I'm gonna tell you something. When I do something, I jump in. A lot of people don't jump in, and even if it's not my project, I still jump in, like no tomorrow. And so he said, "Come on, we can do this." I said, "All right." We had BET coming through. Remember the show? I think it's called On the Porch or something, where they had Snoop was on there the other day and other people. Guys, that was us decades ago in the neighborhood. People used to come by, rap on the porch, sing, dance. I had parties in the back, three houses, backyards together, right in the middle of the hood. St. Ides, um, um, Miller, Genuine Draft. Guys, I got sponsors, Def Jam, Arista. Man, I had all types of stuff going on, you know. And these guys said, look, we opened up the studio and we were pumping. But then he had problems with his wife. His wife probably didn't think he was really going to do it. So one day he showed up. He said, I'm not going to be able to do it anymore. Now, we were good friends. I said, what do you mean? I can't do it anymore. I'm having problems with my wife, trying to keep her happy. But that's your dream, man. I know, man. But I need to get the equipment. I said, get the equipment? Now, see, here come the business side. You bought it, but I gave up the space. I gave it my time. I gave it my contacts. I put in my energy. Our studio started off in profit mode because what I had built years prior to that. You can't just pick up the equipment and end it like that. Next thing I know, the police was at the door. Sir, he has a receipt. I said, I don't give a hoot about no receipt. You better call your sergeant down here because y'all not coming up in here and getting this like that. Now we can work it out. Let's talk about it. I wanted to play the game. So guess what happened? We ended up in court. And guess what happened? The judge said, wait a minute. You can't just walk up in there and take all the stuff because his time got value. His contacts had value. His people had value. His space had value. As a matter of fact, it's worth more than the equipment that you bought at one point in time. Well, he lost everything because he didn't put a value on something he maybe couldn't see. He couldn't touch it. He couldn't really feel it. But I felt it. I felt the losses. Guys, I got stories after stories. I had a cookie business. Stories after stories. A lot of people, they won't go to battle with you. They won't fight through it with you. They won't stay there with you. But you got to be prepared to keep moving and keep pushing. Because you know what? You can reach superstardom. You can have a better than average life. You can achieve the dreams and goals that you thought about when you was a child. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to stop for this. You can't do it operating the way that most of you are operating at this moment. You can't do it operating the way that you're used to operating. Because one of my billionaire mentors said, Malcolm, if you already knew how to do it, if you already had it in you, everything to do it, you'd have already done it. Or you definitely be well on the way. So find yourself a good team because you'll never do it alone. Find yourself some good people and start to build the vision and make sure that your vision and your dreams and your goals have enough space in it for other people to also reach their dreams and their goals along with you. Stardom, superstardom is attainable, but you'll never do it alone. And you'll never do it operating like 95% or so of the people around you and even the people who are not. You got to be willing to be courageous. One of the key principles of success is something called obsession. And when you're young, you're taught that obsession is a bad thing. But if you talk to superstars, you talk to successful people, they became obsessed. And no one could stop them. And no one could get in their way. And everybody thought they were crazy. Look, last tidbit. If everybody around you, and most people you come across, thinks you're crazy and thinks you're nuts, then you know you're on the right path. Some will stick and stay with you to get that pay. And many more will come and go. But when it's all said and done, they'll all say, oh man, I knew you could do it. And see, we believe you can do it too. That's why I named my company many years ago, Above and Beyond the Call Enterprise. Now, my partner and I take on this world. We named it Winners All Around. Because you're a winner. And everybody around you is a winner in some capacity or another. Just because they may not go the full length to become a superstar, they can still help you. You can still help them because together, each achieves more. Hey guys, I appreciate you jumping on. I hope you got some tidbits out of this. I sort of try to come on here just about every day or so. Hey Cyrus, what's going on with you? Uh, CBS News. Hey, CBS News. We got WAA Network. What's going on? You know, we're here all the time, guys. Hey, Trish. Don't forget to this Thursday, guys. Thursday night at 11:30. Catch Tress on social media. It's the Real Tress with a THA. Real Tress. For if you're a rapper, singer, dancer, actor, you want to come on and do your thing. If you're a business owner, get yourself a quick little mini interview, guys. It's starting to move. It's starting to pop. Please make sure that you like and share this and subscribe to our channel on YouTube under Winners All Around. And I'll be back again, hopefully, tomorrow, God willing. With that being said, guys, don't miss Dad's Deserve Justice show on Fridays at 6 o'clock. And we got more things coming up. If you're an artist, got some tracks, some music, start getting that stuff into us so we can put you and get it reviewed and all that other type of stuff as we talk about ways to help you reach superstardom in the entertainment industry that's crashing. With that being said, guys, appreciate you guys. God bless. Take charge. And remember, it's your decisions that determine your lifestyle. Hold on, let me see if I can. Still ain't got this fight button going on. Oh, what's going on? So anyway, one message. What that say? All right, guys. Hey, TikTok. It's been a pleasure. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Threads, IG. It's been a pleasure on all the different platforms. Let us help you get there and spread you out around the world. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. All right, guys.